Is it just me, or do you guys find it curious that Fillmore and Chase ended up having almost the exact same color? Like, it's kind of crazy. Did Mattel plan that? They're like, all right, we're going to use up all of our mint glow paint now, and then we'll move on from it, do Ryan inside Laney, Will Rusch, whatever it is in the next wave. Like, it feels weird, and it really is, because Fillmore stayed pretty much the same color he's always been, while Chase here literally went to Fillmore's color. It's kind of nuts. Like, it just feels a little uncanny, if you ask me. Like, Chase's color is a little too close to Fillmore's for it not to be a coincidence, or for it to be a coincidence. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. But today we will be reviewing, unboxing, and testing out the glow paint on Glow Racers Fillmore and Chase Racelott. Now, from racer to racer, the glow paint really does vary. I found Cruz to be exceptional and glow very well in the dark, whereas McQueen and Mater were okay. They were so-so. And of course, the plastic Jackson Storm was even worse, I found, than them. So, I don't know. You guys let me know how you have found the Glow Racers to be and perform, if you do have them. But yeah, we're just going to hop right on in. This is the first video I'm recording in 2024. I do plan on changing up the background a little bit, but just give me a few days, I'll change it up. Hopefully, there's going to be a new outro on this video. I know that for sure. Let's take a look here at Fillmore first. These all came out of Case E, which I unboxed last week. These are the only two new singles to the second wave. Now, what was supposed to be in this case instead of Chase was Ryan inside Laney. I thought it was Will Rusch, but it was actually supposed to be Ryan inside Laney. Hopefully, he's not canceled, along with a lot of the other ones they have planned to do. Reverham supposed to be coming, of course. Ramone, Jackson Storm. We've seen Will Rusch boxed as a single, like Mattel has it done. Like, we've seen it leaked and revealed before, but for whatever reason, they have not decided to include him in the case. He's only in that 4-pack exclusive to Target, which is shelf warming like crazy. Either way, we're going to be grateful that at least these two were not canceled for now. And yeah, kind of an odd choice to do Fillmore, an even odder choice that they didn't make him Team Rust-eze like they did with Mater. It almost begs the question, why didn't they just leave Mater in his rusty regular paint job with the headset like he is in Cars 2? Because this is pretty much Cars 2 Fillmore with the glow wheels and hopefully the glow paint, slightly different 95 logo. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Ramone, if it'll be exactly the same as the playset version. It probably will be, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, the same exact card art that we've seen on everything. On the back, you have Cruz, Dinoco Cruz to be exact, Lightning McQueen, the Rust-eze version to be exact, Chase Racelott, and then Mater, Chief Mater to be exact. They simplify all these names, except for Dinoco Cruz. Moving on to Chase Racelott here. Now, this case does not hit retail anywhere. So far, it's a GetMeCollectibles exclusive. He's the only person in the world to have these, and the only person who have been distributing them. So if you want them, email him, look on his eBay store, whatever you need to do. All of that information is in the description below. Hey, you don't want these glow racers? Totally cool. He's got literally every car you can imagine over the last 18 years. But yeah, Chase Racelott, here we go. Looking good so far. Glad they spelled his name right. That's always a plus. And on the back, you have the same exact cars, except Chase is flopped out for Fillmore. That's flipped and swapped mix. You guys know I love to combine words. But yeah, guys, hopefully you show up in stores soon. I would assume Target would get them, or maybe Meijer. But Target has just been so clogged with the first wave. Man, they got way too much of it. I'm very worried about the future and longevity of the Glow Racers line. But hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll start to clear out here. Maybe they clearance them and they start getting these newer waves in, but not as many of them in, because there still are 2 of Fillmore and Chase per case. So we don't need 10 cases. Like 5 is enough, max.
So you can let your hair down. I'll hide all of your worries away, and we don't have to go now. I wish I could live this life on replay. Don't need to make plans, it's all in your hands. I'm too busy, I'm spending all my time with you, driving through the states.
Now, before I forget, I do want to announce that I will still be waiting, maybe I shouldn't, for the single version of Glow Racer's Will Rusch until I review him. I really do not want to open that 4-pack and end up with a duplicate McQueen, Cruz, and Mater that I have no idea what to do with and no need for. So yeah, I'm going to just keep waiting. We have seen it, like I said, in the package, so it's very unlikely it gets canceled. We'll just have to wait and see, guys. But hopefully these Glow Racers start coming out at a faster rate. Now, first impression with these, I love the glossy paint. And yeah, I mean, it's a little bit, I guess, redundant to say that, but Mater did not have the glossy paint. He had a matte finish. And I don't know, the finish on McQueen and Cruz especially doesn't pop out as much as it does here on Fillmore and Chase. Maybe it's because I'm not used to seeing Fillmore shine so much. But yeah, we are going to start with him because I feel like there is kind of a lot to talk about because he vacillates between, regular Fillmore and then the Cars 2 Fillmore, which is such a random version to kind of pull from. But the microphone is on the opposite side now. However, and you guys might know this, remember when this version of Fillmore, the Pit Crew headset version, was released in a 2-pack in 2020, I feel like I heard that they flipped the side the microphone was on in that release, and that was his first time being released from Thailand. This is also from Thailand, yes, but it is obviously a completely different version. So interesting there. Either way, it is flipped, and there is no right or wrong because this is a fictional Glow race that doesn't happen in any of the movies, but there is a book for it in a different language, not English. However, unfortunately, it's not Spanish either. It's some weird, I don't know, I shouldn't say that. But to an American, it's not like one of the first languages you'd think of. It's not German, French, or Spanish. But yeah, you could tell he's super glossy. He is, of course, a unibody. You could see that this part of the front here is a part of the main metal body, whereas there are two separate pieces here. This bottom part is plastic. Actually, yes, that bottom part is plastic, the whole mouth plate there. He's got a better expression, I'd say. He's kind of looking a little happier, a little less, jazz cabbaged. I like the mouth open there. I love the eyes. Kind of gives him a little bit more character. I don't love that the paint doesn't look great on the headset. Like, see the gray streak on the top of it there? Like, it just doesn't, that doesn't look natural. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be painted in black, but honestly, it looks like the paint just wore along the edge there. I don't like it. He does have the 51237 license plate, which is a lot bigger than it was on the Chinese version. And guys, stick around till the end when we test these things in the dark. That's the real test. That's the real part of this video you'll want to see. So yeah, the 95 logo is just a straight up 95 logo. There is no flame action. You'll see that the Cars 2 version did have the flame behind it to match his paint job in that movie. So now it's a little bit more matching of his Rust-eze paint job, which is a much simpler version of the number, and it is now painted in the teal to match Fillmore. He does have these green tires now. He's got a brown base, which is something new for Fillmore, although the fan favorites version of Fillmore that was canceled in 2020 was supposed to also have a brown base. So it's kind of something, I guess, that they've been trying to do for Fillmore, and they just haven't been able to because that version got canceled. But yeah, super weird. Yellow wheels, lime green tires, kind of cool looking. Reminds me of the Carnival Racers, in which all of those had kind of weird, funky colors for the tires that I had some getting used to in order to like them. It was an acquired taste. At first, I didn't really like the Carnival Racers, but they grew on me, and I feel like the same might be true for these. It's kind of, yeah, just super random and weird. I mean, I guess green makes sense, but yeah, decals look pretty good, I guess. Flo's VA Cafe is the only one that's really readable up there. Recycle your oil. I do have this new tee, by the way, guys, from Radiator Springs Rides. If you know him on Instagram, he sent me this tee because, of course, my previous one snapped in half. So this one's like way cooler too. Look at that. It's like super pointy, and yeah, it's going to get the job done for us. So thank you, Radiator Springs Rides, for taking care of that deficiency I had there for a while. But yeah, the decals don't look great. The windows are very grainy. You can see how granular they look. That was redundant, but yeah, I mean, they're just a solid color in the past, and the decals are much crisper even though they are small. So very disappointing there, but we've gotten used to it, and you're not buying this release for the decals, you're buying it for the glow aspect. And you got a whole bunch more that we're going to be upset about here on the back. License plate looks fine, but yeah, I mean, you could just see how much clearer Save Mother Road, Peace, Questions, Interstate, I Love Oil, RS. I mean, you can kind of see what they say, but a little smaller, and like I can't make out what that one says under I Love Oil, but I could read it on the Chinese version. It says drink organic oil. So yeah, oh yeah, here, look at 100% organic. Can't read at all what that says. The text is also in a way thinner font. So yeah, just disappointing for sure. You can also see that the lines here are way more profound around the trunk and where you would access the engine, I believe. Is the engine back here on the Volkswagen bus? I'm not sure. I could be wrong about that, but either way, there's something you could open back here. It does have the muffler, which is attached to the base. And yeah, he does have the stars still on the roof and all that. And yeah, like I said, super glossy. It looks nice, but the decals are just not very crispy. You got the 95 logo there again, which like I said before was different and all flamey. And then here's a quick comparison with a Chinese version of Fillmore. I do not have a Thailand version of Fillmore opened. I do think I have a Vietnam version open somewhere. Maybe from that Welcome to Radio Springs 5-pack, or 4-pack? No, he wasn't in that 4-pack, was he? Maybe I don't have a Vietnam version of Phil Dog opened up. I need to get on that. There's so many out there. Could easily open up a Thailand version of Fillmore. But yeah, you also see that the silver dimples on his cheeks basically are gray instead of the chrome that they were before. So yeah, there's Fillmore. He looks cool, but I don't know if he'll end up being one of my favorites just because of he's not very different, right? And it's just kind of weird that he doesn't match Mater. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. Mater's like, you know, hip hip hooray, I'm gonna get a new paint job for this race. Fillmore's like, nah, I'm good, I'm not repainting my whole body. Maybe it makes a little bit more sense, or maybe I'm just trying to cope and rationalize. I don't know. All right, yeah, let's get on with Chase Racelott here, who has the exact same decals for the most part as the original, but obviously a way different color scheme here. So, of course, mine's always had this weird, like, drip paint. I've hated this, but it's been on mine since 2017 when I opened it. It's like almost like a scar, but it's like a white drip of paint there that's splattered on them during production. But yeah, instead of the emerald patches, they're just a dark green. The Vitoline logo was shrunk down to fit in between the gray lines there. And I don't know how I feel about that. It's not very visible. It does say for older active cars. Yep, the Chinese version's way better. Like, the logo just looks better. It pops more. It's got a little bit of depth to it. You can see, I don't know why they shrunk it down so much. I think it would look pretty good on top of the dark green, especially the V. Pretty similar expression, obviously a little different for whatever reason. He has blue eyes now instead of the green, but the models are the same. The vents in the corners there are pretty similar. The grille, a little different. Headlights, blah, blah, blah. Chase has been done from Thailand. Another one I do not have open from Thailand. See, guys, I do not really enjoy opening up Thailand variants because it just makes it so I have to find another place to put it, and I really don't like displaying variants, especially Thailand ones. I do occasionally, and you'll see them, you saw them in my collection video, but it's not great because I always have to like fit a square peg in a round hole when I'm trying to display them. So yeah, that's why I don't have like everyone opened up. And yeah, I mean, not all of them really deserve to be. Anyways, I do love the wheels and tires here. They're white wheels, no light year text, and just, again, neon tires. So kind of goes back to what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. It's uncanny that not only are Fillmore and Chase like the exact same color. I mean, it's close. It's not perfect. I mean, it's pretty gosh darn close. But they also have the same exact color tire. And they're in the same wave. Like, is that a coincidence, or were they just like consolidating their production to make it easier? Like, I totally get that. Like, that's something people do. That's something I do in my job to make it more efficient. But yeah, the contingency sponsors look all right. Black on the green, make them pretty readable to stand out. Combustor, piston cup, carbon fiber synergy. And the white before looked better though. But yeah, very similar decals, a little different positioning. You got the gas cap still. You do have the 24 there on the roof, which looks cool. Of course, he is a unibody now, so the windows are a part of the body, and therefore they are metal. You got the black window bars there, which you didn't have before. For the wing, I like the wing way better on the glow version, so that's a plus. Vitoline for older active cars. You got a lime green spoiler, the white text. That looks really cool. I do like the V's there on the back. Major problem with him, though, and I talked about this in the unboxing, he's not supposed to have the rookie racing stripes. If you considered the glow racers to be like special editions, like a silver version of Chase Racelott, like when they did Silver Tim Treadless, it's just taking Tim from Cars 3 and making him silver. End of story. But when you start getting into the expanded universe stuff, XRS, Thomasville Legends, you're insinuating this takes place after the events of Cars 3, and now we're 6-7 years after that. Chase Racelott's not a rookie anymore. You got to remove these yellow stripes, and they have done a good job with that. At least I think they have. Jackson Storm does not have the rookie racing stripes. And I think there have been other instances where they have removed those. So I don't like that they have them on here. I understood for the Fireball Beach because it was so soon after Cars 3, but these ones, this just kind of bothers me here because it clearly is meant to be like another event, like the Troc races. And so, yeah, I don't like that at all. And I think it's a little bit of an oversight on Mattel's part. But, yeah, the back looks fine. I do wish they changed up the decals here a little bit, but alas. We'll see how they do Ryan inside Laney. I will say, though, I think Jackson Storm, in terms of next gens, is just looking better. I love the black and blue. But, again, hopefully we get a die cast for him as well. It's not looking great, in my opinion. I'm just a little concerned about it. But I'll be right back with these. The lights off. Mr. Docketer After Dark. How about that? Can I just say, wow? Man, these look phenomenal in the dark. Like, didn't even have to, quote-unquote, charge them. Remember, we were reading on the back of the package. Hold them away like 5 feet or whatever from a light source. Don't put them too close to the light, blah, blah, blah. No, I didn't even have to do any of that. These look great, guys. Holy cow. And you can kind of see how they compare to the other glow racers. Like, you can't even see Jackson Storm. He's right here. You can't even see him. You can see the spoiler, I guess. You can see Crew's great. I told you she's the best one. Mater looks all right in the lighter parts. And McQueen looks fine, I guess. But, man, because these are lighter colors, they are literally shining. Chase looks phenomenal, I think, just because of how it kind of wraps around him and completes him. I think with the headset on Fillmore and some of his darker decals, it breaks up the light, and so he kind of looks like, I don't know, he looks like some parts of him just disappear into the darkness. But he does look really cool as well. Like you guys can see, you have no problem seeing these guys, and wow. Now the tires don't glow. Maybe that's because they haven't been exposed to too much light, but the bodies look phenomenal, guys. I am very impressed with these. Wow. Man, I cannot wait to see some other characters they do. I think an light orange Ryan inside Laney could look really good. I think that, oh man, Ray Reverham probably would be like Jackson Storm, so I don't think he would be great. Ramone, if you do him in a lighter color, could be beautiful because there's so much surface area there. No decals. Man, I am pumped about these. These look great. They kind of make up for all the stuff I was talking bad about, like, oh, what the hell, the decals are blurry, or why are they the same color? Why is Chase Sunley Fillmore's color? I don't care what color. You can make every car in this color if they glow this well. I mean, this is just a really cool feature that you don't get that much. And hey, when you're paying $649 at Target for these, you need them to be of this quality. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts on these. Hopefully you can get your hands on them soon if you want them. As always, appreciate your support. Happy 2024. Let's kick the year out. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's hopefully we can just bang through 2024. Actually, bang through January and February, the crappy months, and get on with March and spring and Easter and summer. And yeah, some good stuff, guys. All right. Bye now.